Lions TV, this is your Monday Club video. We're looking back at Saturday's 2-1 win on the road against Queen's Park Rangers and ahead to tomorrow night's game, also on the road on Valentine's Day, away at Coventry. Again, sorry this video's late. Sorry I'm doing it in my bedroom. It was the first day of half term today, so I took the kids out and my eldest is actually in the front room now, watching Liverpool versus Everton. So I've been banished to the bedroom. And just going to talk quickly about these games. I would have liked to cover it in more depth, but games are piling up, coming thick and fast. And I'm a busy man, I won't lie to you. So let's get back to QPR. I predicted a 2-1 win. Delighted with the result, delighted with the goal scorers. Both the new signings doing the business. One starting the game in Watmore and Ollie Burke coming off the bench. There was only one change, and that was Watmore in for the injured Mason Bennett, who we know now is out long term. And as I said, it would have been harsh to drop Honeyman and start Burke. And once again, I thought Honeyman had a really good game. And of course, Burke was very effective when he came off the bench as well. QPR went into this game off the back of not winning one in the league since the 19th of December against Preston. But I'll be honest, for the first 30 minutes or so, I thought they looked like the team that was more likely to do the damage. And we didn't get to grips with it at all. We couldn't retain the ball. Anytime we did get the ball, and we, at that point, not had it for long periods, we just pumps it downfield again and give it straight back to our opposition. I don't feel that our approach was the right one, or we wasn't definitely switched on to what the issues were. And we just kept giving it back to QPR. I thought they popped it really well. And my best mate said to me, no, they had it pointlessly and knocked it around the back. But I didn't feel that was the case. I thought they looked dangerous. I thought they were into passing and overlapping and three-man moves. Patterns of play were really good, knocking it around nicely. And only for the fact that Elias Chair couldn't find his range. They had 3 or 4 shots from distance over the bar or wide. And then we sort of get into the game. Watmore had made a couple of these runs already, but he just strayed offside. He was getting a bit of shit from the people behind me. But I just feel it's getting to know your teammates, his timing. And he got 2 wrong with through balls, I think both from Fleming as well. And eventually the third one, he holds his run. And out of nowhere, we're in the game. We're in front. And let's not knock it, We dominated against Sunderland. We deserved to win the game. We didn't. But he gets his goal, and he shows why I said, and I'm sure others will see now as well, if you didn't already know, that he's got that extra bit of quality. Great play from Fleming to be composed. Didn't just give it to Watmore first time of asking. He had 2 or 3 opportunities to do so. Waited to the right time. Watmore takes it in his stride, opens up his body, and fires it with his left foot past the QPR keeper, and we're 1-0 up. After that, QPR did huff and puff again without much joy. They was having a massive cheat up down the left-hand side. They was doubling up and trebling up on Danny McNamara, who I thought coped with the threat very, very well. But it wasn't the greatest of performances from us in the first half. Second half, I think, was a different story. I thought we'd come out, thought we did really, really well. Deserved to be further in front. And eventually we went further in front. We had chances, lots of balls into the box. Charlie Creswell, who played brilliantly in the game and seems to be growing into it a little bit more now. He had a couple of opportunities from set pieces, I think corners, headers at the goalkeeper. And we knocked on the door. And eventually we got the breakthrough, a scramble in the area. And Ollie Burke was off the bench in the right place at the right time to fire us 2-0 up. I think it was something like 7 minutes left. At that point, you've got to bring your game management in and just, it's an old cliche in football, but don't concede after you've just scored. Keep it, tight for 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes would have done us because that took us into pretty much added on time. But it wasn't to be. A rare attack from QPR into the area, a flicker header across the goal, up the other end to us in real time. So I wasn't too sure. But looking back again, I don't want to make this, as I say, Jordan Archer, the sequel. But the goalkeeper gets both hands on it and pushes it into the net. And he absolutely has to save it. Absolutely has to save it. And he's costing us goals a lot of the time, in my opinion. I want people to tell me, well, Bart's towed off. He hasn't. Bart came to this club with no knees. Never been able to kick a ball from the floor or pass backs. Can't deal with them. But what he is a brilliant shot stopper. And ultimately, number one, I want my goalkeeper to save the football. I don't know what George Long's done for you all to think he's been this brilliant goalkeeper for us. I can remember one game at the Den where he was 2-1 up and he made a good late save. Other than that, he's not really won us any points. He's not bowled me over. He kicks the ball a fucking long way and high. Well done, brilliant. But he's not for me. He's not for me. And as I said, Bart, yes, he's getting older. I can understand why we would now be sorting a suitable replacement for the long term. But I don't think that George Long is that answer. And again, for me, he's made an error there. But look, we held on 2-1. I did predict it. Fantastic result, fantastic away day for the travelling fans. And we move on to tomorrow night's game against Coventry. Coventry City, managed by quite a long-standing manager now in this division, Mark Robbins. I like the way they play football. Always seem to cause us problems, especially at the Den. But they're not doing too well of late. They have won 1, drawn 1, and lost 3 of their previous 5 games. Although, to be fair to them, they've had some difficult ones in there, haven't they? Look, they've had Norwich, West Brom, and Burnley. It sees them sitting. Where are they in the division? Let's have a little look. 14th on 39 points. And look, we're flying high there. We're flying lovely and high right there with the opportunity to go one higher again tomorrow because Luton are not in action. So, what will the main man do? Gary Rowett, the revolution is back on. I'm fully Rowett in now. I think he's finally got to the point where we've got a team to be proud of, a team that battles and fights for each other and can get points home or away. I think we're 4 out of 6 our last away games that we've won. But look, will changes be made? Well, Burke come on, did really well, scored, didn't he? And he went on that powering run at the end where he should have made it 3, but he didn't. So I'm pretty much guessing he will once again go with an unchanged side. Although, as I said, Ollie Burke is knocking on the door. Of course, we play tomorrow, midweek Saturday, I think for the next 3 weeks. Lots of games. I think it was something like 6 games in 17 days originally, or 6, when this run started. And I did say, I think by the end of February, we'll have a much clearer picture of how this season is going to pan out. I got last week's one right with a 2-1 win against QPR. So this is your pre-match prediction. Let's hope I get this one right as well, because I am going for a 1-0 Millwall win. And if we get that win, I'll happily take a point at home against Sheffield United on Saturday. I expect the crowds to be down for the Sheffield United one due to it being an early kickoff, due to it being on telly. We'll get onto that later down the line. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win, and I'm going to go for Ollie Burke to get another goal, whether that be off the bench or starting the match. He looks powerful. He looks like a really good signing, and he's picked up, in my opinion, where he left off before he went to Borussia Mönchengladbach, whatever they're called. But look, I won't be at the game tomorrow. I will be live streaming. So if you're not going to Highfield Road, I think something like 750 fans are travelling. Fair play to you if you are. But if you're not and you haven't got Sky, or you want to watch me and Sky, fair play to you if you want to do that. I'll be live streaming from around the 7:30 stick. I think it's a 7:45 kickoff. It is main game on Sky. And I hope to see you there. Hope for 3 points. I'm quietly confident. As I said, listen, I'm right. 2 predictions in a row. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.